All right, Grok 3, we talked about this before. Elon put together the largest training cluster ever in order to train Grok 3. They had fundamental innovations in networking technology just to be able to connect this many GPUs in parallel. And we saw on the All In podcast, they were talking about really how impressive this was. We saw Jensen talk about how impressive this was. Something crazy, like it was like 18 days or something from when they delivered the GPUs to when they set this thing up. They're just moving at warp speed. And XAI is obviously a very new player compared to other players in the space. And yet the performance metrics for Grok 3 look great. On X, probably have it on my liked posts a little while ago. Here we go. All right. So we can see here, Grok 3 is coming in at state of the art across most benchmarks. We can really see it's arguably the leading model right now in terms of performance. So, there were all these questions about, have we reached the limit of scaling laws with the size of the GPU clusters? Is this actually going to materialize? We were expecting this like maybe at the end of the year or January, and so this was delayed a while, but now Grok 3 is released and we have state-of-the-art performance. So the delay was worth the wait. And yeah, let's jump into this and try it out a bit. So one thing I've noticed on X is a lot of people are prompting LLMs to create real world physics models in order to see how advanced they are. So I thought we could try something similar and see if Grok 3 can do it on the spot for us. Create a real world physics simulation of a ball bouncing around a rotating hexagon. Maybe we'll go rotating 3D gonal structure. What do you think? Oh, also, they've got deep search as well. I think, yeah, they have research. So they've broken things up into a lot of different categories. They've released an iOS app, I believe Android app as well, which has been #1 in the App Store. So really cool stuff. And obviously best in class performance. This is a closed source model. So you don't get the open source guys don't get to play around with this, unfortunately. And I think the API for Grok still needs a lot of work. But one enduring advantage for Grok is always going to be the Twitter data. And whenever I need to know about something that happened today or is real time or stock market stuff, Grok has the best responses because they have all of that real time data. So really cool stuff. Yeah, let's give this a shot. I wonder if these people, so it says it can't do that, but are they having it generate the code and then trying to run the code? So it doesn't want to do that. No. I don't want you to just produce the code. I want you to run it. Reward physics. That would require a physics engine and a graphic output, my current capabilities. Okay, so this is kind of what I was thinking. I'm guessing that Grok can't run the code with an editor and kind of set up the environment. And so that's the issue. So you would need to then generate that code and run it locally, right? This is pretty cool stuff. I mean, this is super advanced here. It's best in class across the benchmarks. So people are plugging it into Cursor potentially to run this. Oh, this guy created a first-person shooter game. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so Grok 3 was also the first model to cross 1400 in chatbot arena. DeepSeek R1 1361, O1 1353, Gemini 1385. Really cool. A significant step up in performance. Great stuff. All right, guys, plugging this in a little bit later. Sorry, I was a little lazy there and didn't want to do it live. But what we're going to do here is just show a few demos with Grok now that I just got a little Python environment set up. So I did go ahead and execute my ball simulation and give it a shot at improving that. The actual initial prompt generated just basically a 2D chart. Let's see here. Let's regenerate that. So this was the initial prompt generation there. As you can see, I was able to actually generate a bit more motion on the second try. So this was the second try at the ball generation. And it was rotating as you saw before. So we were and we're carrying out a little bit there. Here you can see the actual attempt at the physics model. So I think people are prompting this a little more specifically. I just asked for a physics model of a ball rotating around a hexagonal structure. So I'm sure if you get more specific, it always helps the LLM to generate a better response. So let's quit that and let's give it a shot at interesting. Not actually course quit. So I actually wanted to try also a Tetris model. Whoa, this would be fun. So there's my Tetris model. I'm going to need to install hiding as a dependency. Tetris.py already saved. Got it. Let's save this. Now let's run this. See if this gives us a little bit better result here. Oh, it's going. All right, I'm guessing it's on my keyboard. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's try to increase the speed of this game. First of all, let's put that in a good spot. We must have some easy. Oh, how do I rotate? I didn't read the instructions. Oh, there we go. There we go. And I can drop it down. Yep. So we have a fully working Tetris game here. Cool. Cool stuff. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff online you can see, like Carpathy and others have different methods that they actually use for evaluating these. Let's see if I can pull that up for you guys real quick. Just so we can check out what the master himself has to say. I was given early access to Grok 3, making me one of the first few who could run a quick vibe check. Grok 3 clearly has state-of-the-art thinking. So, you know, I see a lot of people having these questions, specific questions that they use. So he has a Settlers of Catan question, create a board game webpage showing a hex grid, just like the game Settlers of Catan. Single HTML page. Interesting. Did not solve my emoji mystery question. So you see, he's got all these different, more specific questions that are kind of hard for these LLMs to solve. And it's like an emerging field of evaluating LLMs through specific questions. Obviously, we have Chatbot Arena. We have others where Grok is clearly leading. So it's doing great. And I was excited to see that my Tetris game here worked. So I can actually, you know, keep playing that, run that again. That was fun. So yeah, I mean, you're gonna take this game here, you can play all day. And I saw a lot of other, like, you know, first person shooters and others that were being created. So really cool stuff to see what people are building with this. Yeah, you can put stuff there. Great. So really cool to see what's happening in the LLM space. And much more good stuff to come, obviously. Oh, so this is actually my field of view here. Oh, wait, I kind of messed that up. Well, that's Tetris. So awesome, guys. So at least you can now see a little bit more of what it can do in the demo. Yeah, so Grok 3 is really exciting. I think it's great that this is built right into X. You can use it for anything real time. If you are developing software, you obviously want to have your existing environment set up in order to really benefit from this and use it. Really impressive. I saw something as well. I think Michael Dell even tweeted about how impressive this was as well, being that XAI is like, what, a year old, and they were able to do this. So really cool stuff. AI is a year and 7 months old, and they now have the state-of-the-art model. DeepMind has been around since 2010. I mean, to be fair, these LLM, basically ChatGPT was the watershed moment for this, right? So founding year isn't super important, but speed of innovation, AI is winning the game. So really cool to see.
I think what is really a game changer for Block 3 is the access to just all the information that is on X currently. And also that it just seamlessly integrates into X as well. I think a lot of users will be happy to have that functionality instead of always having to go out of the environment or go out of X to like search for something separately on ChatGPT, for example.